The people that listen to this podcast are utter human garbage, but we're okay. Hey, buddy,
Oh, hi.
what's going on?
What's up?
I think you need to fix your mic.
Oh, really?
There it is. There you go.
Is there a
There you go.
problem? I
What do
don't
you?
care.
What are you? Are you doing this thing now? You're trying to be Mr. Slacker Cool J?
Oh, I don't care. You're editing this episode, so I don't care.
What's with all this animosity towards me lately?
What? What do you mean? I'm cool as cucumbers.
At work today, you had to do a breathing exercise to tolerate something I said.
Yeah,
Drop my
yeah.
pen.
This is exactly why.
Why? What did I do?
There it is, folks.
I just
Play
wanna know.
the song, Joe. The catchphrase. What did I do? The catchphrase. Play the song, Joe.
The one that you wrote? Okay.
No. You're just gonna have to loop that song. What did I do? The catchphrase. What did I do? The catchphrase.
Okay. Great. Great. Off to a great start.
Oh, looks like you're getting frustrated with me.
So I don't understand. Is this an impression of me? I'm like a cool, laid back guy. I don't
No.
get it. What are you doing exactly?
This is how I fight the demons.
So what? Talk to me. What am I doing? I feel like I'm a likable guy. I'm a hard worker. I'm a good friend. I'm
Oh,
funny.
God.
I don't understand what.
You know exactly what you know exactly.
I
what
don't. I
you're doing.
don't.
At the end of the work call on our Zoom, you said, "I feel like there's not enough work for us to do."
Yeah, as a gag, as a
That's
joke.
what I'm saying. Yeah, you make me gag. Yes, you're right.
I don't. All right. Well, we ended up actually getting more work, but it wasn't my fault. So Lugo had to open his trap.
What was the work? I left.
Now we have to come in at 10:30 in the morning tomorrow.
I thought we're not supposed to.
Now we do.
Why? Because of you.
No, it's got nothing to do with me.
We were about to get off that call scot free.
That wasn't me.
No, it was though, because you
Wasn't
started
me.
the joke.
That wasn't it.
What do you mean?
You had to be there. You left. Now you'll never know. Now you're just gonna blame.
So what
me.
you're telling me is the chain reaction.
This is the problem. It's a communication. Your imagination gets the best of you because you think I'm a bad person now.
Tell me,
I'm not.
tell me what happened.
I stopped paying attention mostly, but what it sounds like is that because two of the writers haven't written for this bit before, James wants us to come in early and read the things to each other, so that they could sort of edit them if they feel like they're not hitting.
So you said, I feel like there's not enough work. And then John said something, and
Yeah.
then and now we have this. So
Yeah.
it's you and John's fault.
It's got nothing to do with me. Read the email that went out. It's very clear. I was like, Casey's gonna think this is my fault. Make it very clear that Zaluga did this, and everyone agreed in the room that it was Zaluga's fault.
I mean, look.
Read the
it's-
email right now. It's on your phone.
I
Mr.
don't need
Slack
to.
Job.
I don't read.
Mr. Slack Job, cool daddy o.
I like Mr. Slack
Sunglasses.
Job.
Yeah,
Slack Job is fun.
yeah.
You ever use the term skeeve?
Not really.
I used it a lot growing up, and I'm trying to bring it back. I skeeve,
To-
like like when you're like, oh, I skeeve that. I skeeve
Mhm.
dog hair.
What do you skeeve? You skeeve Docker?
I skeeve Trump. Like it's like I'm trying to use it in terms of I think there are probably people who have heard the term, but it's usually like skeevy is like, oh, that guy is skeevy. But Staten Island like made it a verb, like I skeeved that.
I guess I have a hard time zooming out because everything that was ever uttered on Staten Island, I just assume is how the world refers to things.
I know.
I forget.
And
And
you
it's the center of the universe is Staten Island. That's the
Do
thing.
y'all, and I brought this up with the Conco group, who also Conco left because we were talking so much shit about Trump. He left.
Really?
Yeah, he bailed. He bailed. I guess he's a big fan. So
I'm gonna text him about it.
anyway, but we were talking. Somebody brought up skivat, which is great.
What is that again?
He's used it as like it's like a derogatory term towards like women, like oh, like that's skivat.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard that in Sopranos. I think Benny says it or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. He's talking about I think it's what's his face? Vincent Frank Vincent. The Philly Leotardo.
Oh yeah, Philly Leotardo.
He's
Yeah,
like, he was with some skivat. Yeah.
Yeah. Skivat.
Yeah.
And then there's also Pukiat.
Bukyat. Yeah. Isn't that Bukyat? Isn't that like
Oh, Pukiat. Yeah.
is that Italian or Russian?
I think it's Italian because what's his name's? Because when they're doing the thing where Favreau's shooting the movie and Janine Garofalo's in it and
Yeah.
whoever else, they're like trying to think of something to call her because she's just like, I don't want to say bitch or something, and then out of nowhere, Christopher is like watching with like the headphones on. He goes, Bukiat,
Yeah.
and everyone's like
like, what?
quiet, and everyone's like, no, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that should be it. I can't believe I forgot that term. I haven't used
Yeah.
it since I was a kid. Like
That's-
Favreau's trying to like
Like
get
street
the
cred and
credibility. Yeah.
stuff. Very funny.
Bukiat.
All right, cool.
Call her a Bukiat. That's what he
That's
says.
funny. That's funny.
Yeah, we basically like. I love when we just recap the Sopranos in this.
This is what we
chat.
really should just switch over to for season 4.
Have you heard about the Sopranos podcast? Apparently, people either love it or hate it.
Why would you hate it though?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the one who hates it. I just think maybe sometimes people don't like to hear these dudes talk.
And I'm not the one who's
Like-
so
like-
far away.
It's ruining it for them or something.
Hmm.
Have you heard it?
No, because I was already when I heard that it was out, I had already finished rewatching the show, so I didn't want to like do it again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have it? You have it in gallery view, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
but you can't help but like nitpick a little bit about how I do things in my part of town.
Well, it's not. I mean, nitpicking if there's the right way or the wrong way,
There's my way.
or the highway.
No, there's no highway. Mine's a scenic route behind country roads. You don't want to take the highway. There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, you take the route to more work.
You take my way where we make a few wrong turns. We end up at a dead end, have to U-turn around a little bit, but we have a couple of laughs along the way. And it's always been about the journey with me. And that's my whole thing, man.
I saw a house that I want to buy.
Okay.
I don't think I could afford it, but it's not crazy. It's just like a weird. It used to be a country store in this town that I like, and I
What
was
town
like,
do you like?
oh, I can't say it because then everyone's gonna.
You can't say the name of the town.
I can't say the name of the town.
It's in the Palisades, isn't it?
It is.
I knew it. You want to move there. Everyone wants to move to the Palisades.
Everybody's moving to the Palisades,
Right.
or Piedmont is the town that's above.
What? Sell me on this Palisade. What is what is a Palisade and why are they such a big deal?
I don't know. I don't.
What's a
Who else?
Palisade?
Who else have you heard it from?
Just you, but you've been preaching it.
Really?
Yeah. You're blowing
Wow.
up everyone's spot.
Sometimes when you hold up a mirror to me, I just look so cool.
Tell me about it. Maybe should
I don't
turn
even.
up
I don't
gallery
even
view.
realize. I don't. I don't even realize that I even have talked about it.
Yeah. How do you think I guessed Palisades instantly?
The thing is, I'm not ready to leave Brooklyn. You know, so like, all right, for instance, like there are some people who, like, I could never afford this, but to have like a summer house and like your home house or your second house,
I
Like,
think this
I-
is definitely hitting with the listeners. Yeah, I think they definitely can relate to this.
Wait, what do you mean?
Talking about a summer house and a second house. Yeah.
What are you assuming you're assuming our listeners are all like untouchables? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I think they're untouchable in the untouchable cast. Yeah, that's right. I think we have the lowest common denominator listeners, and I think
I'm
the
saying
dregs of the
I'm
earth.
saying there are certain I'm saying it's not my dream, but I'm saying that there's this dream that people have of like either a timeshare or something in like a second location, right?
I guess I don't know if anyone dreams about a timeshare. You can only go like once a year.
Oh my God, this is exactly why.
What? I'm too real.
Yeah, you're too real
too-
annoying. Anyway, my point is, like, this location is weird though because it would have to just either be like you know what I mean? Like I'd have to leave Brooklyn entirely, and go there. It's not like far enough away that it's like this fun destination
It's not
place.
a second home. I see what you're saying.
And
it's the
so
home.
it's yeah, so so it's interesting to like it'd be fun to like have like a shack somewhere,
I've
that's
been
like
more
a getaway shack.
I've been more into that lately. Just the idea that somewhere upstate. It seems
Oh,
lovely.
second home. You're really alienating yourself.
That would be great.
That's what I mean, Joe. You
I
can't.
told you our listeners are pieces of shit, but we're fine. That's what I was saying. The people that listen to this podcast are utter human garbage, but we're okay.
You should edit that and put it at the front of the episode.
Okay.
Just start with
No,
that
that's too much
quote.
work. I don't work.
Start
I don't,
with-
I don't.
You don't you have your little paper that you write stuff down?
You know, I do, and maybe I will. Maybe I will do this.
Yeah, it's 10 seconds, 10 minutes in, and 10
God.
seconds.
And then this conversation too.
Yeah, keep it all. Yeah. So, but like, it'd be fun to have like a little shack. I don't want to ever like have a house with a pool. You know,
Uh-huh.
I never want that. Do you?
Not a big pool guy, no.
It's so much work. I mean, it's like it's expensive. The other thing about owning a home is like, and like which I don't have in Brooklyn, is like cutting grass. And if you don't cut it, you have to hire people to do that. Otherwise, like your neighbors get pissed. But you know, there's like all these little things that like a lot of people who probably listen to this have to deal with that.
No, they have like their own piece of shit house on this piece of shit land with a bunch of grass that grows.
Yeah.
And they have to take care of it themselves. Yeah.
And I have to wear sunglasses because I'm up in my sun-soaked
bright.
apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't even comment on the fact that I'm finally not being backlit.
Oh my God,
care
you're
about it.
right.
You know,
Oh
I'm
my
showing off my washing machine.
God. I know that's actually like for a lot of people in New York City, that's
Yeah.
a big amenity. It's a
bougie.
bougie amend.
Hmm.
That's pretty good, huh?
It's the best. I can't go back
And you could close it, huh? You
Yeah.
could close that thing.
if I wanted to, but I want to make sure that it's in view.
I don't think I've ever seen it closed.
I guess sometimes when we have guests over, we might close it. People we care about, not like you, but like
You're-
people we want to impress.
Right. Do you remember on the Marco Polo when you removed the door
Yeah.
and that you took off?
I was backed into a corner. I had no choice but to remove the door because I was basically dared to do it.
Yeah, we said that you're handsy, or we said that you're not handsy.
Handsy?
Handsy, yeah.
Handy.
And you claimed that you are handsy, so you took off the door and put it back on.
Yeah, all live.
I was
uncut.
Yeah, I was impressed.
You're never impressed by me, so I will take it.
Yeah. No,
All
I
it
think
took was me removing a door.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you could top yourself in being such an annoying piece of shit.
I'm not that annoying. That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe you see a reflection of yourself in me.
Wow. Why? I mean,
I don't know.
through
We're
the
cut from same
sunglasses,
cloth, baby.
sunglasses, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
it's good.
well, you know, I'm always surprised that you're like you play the fool, and then you're like, wait, why? That's the part where I don't get it.
What was foolish? I'm having fun. I'm making a jest, a jape even.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, you say things like jape, and then you're like, wait, what's wrong with that?
What is wrong with that? It's a word.
It's fun, it's endearing, we like it, but we also need to hit the ball back, Joe.
Okay.
Or just hitting the ball back.
I mean, I get positive reviews from everyone but you. You're the only one.
You get positive reviews from me. Why would I do a podcast with you every single week of my life?
I don't know, some kind of S&M thing.
Think it's sexual?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your head, but I'm assuming it's sexual at this point.
What does S&M stand for? Sex and masculinity?
Sadomasochism? Sadism and masochism.
Sadism and so it doesn't even necessarily S&M doesn't actually mean sex, huh? Or is that inherent?
Not necessarily, I guess, but I think when applied to a fetishy sort of thing.
That's
Have you-
interesting. Yeah, sadomasochism. Interesting. I'm looking it up.
Okay. Tell me more about you. Tell me
Okay,
the
so it's
definition of S&M.
basically receiving pleasure from acts involving the receipt or infliction of pain or humiliation.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Maybe I am a little sadomasochism.
Yeah. Pleasure
Yeah.
and pain, baby.
The photos are funny too. They're like old 1930s photos on the Wikipedia with like women's butts out. Oh wow, there's another one with
Are they
like
paintings or are they photographs?
one is a cartoon and then one's a photograph, but then there's another one that's like basically a naked woman with like what are those clips that you
Nipple clamps?
laundry clips?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're being used to clamp on the woman's breasts. And there's also seems to be keys or another one in her vagina.
Keys? Like car keys? Or like an old dungeon key?
It's hard to explain. Yeah, let me put it in the Zoom chat, the photo, and we could talk about it.
Is this also like when you look? Oh, I see. Okay. It's a Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, but isn't this like explicit for Wikipedia? Remember when we were kids, it was like so hard to find an image like this?
That is so explicit. Holy cow. She's got a nipple clamp on her clitoris.
I know. And then she's also pouring hot wax into her pierced tongue mouth.
I've never seen someone so happy and relaxed though.
I know.
She looks like she's lounging on a beach somewhere.
Joe, see this image right here? This is me every week when I talk to you on the podcast.
Oh wow. So it looks pretty good. So you are a sadomasochist.
I am, I guess.
Um
I am. Wow, this whole thing is messed up. Oh, I shouldn't judge. I shouldn't judge.
Are there situations in which you derive
Oh
pleasure
my
from pain?
God, Joe.
What?
Are you still on this Wikipedia?
I'll open it up again.
My dude, hold on. I just sent you another one.
Was it the same Wikipedia?
Yeah, it's the same Wikipedia. Just scroll down a little bit. I can't believe this stuff's on
Is it
Wikipedia.
the thing that says penis grabbing.jpg?
Yes.
Penis grabbing.jpg. This is crazy. Yeah.
The craziest thing is the guy in the background because his nipples are pulled down and wrapped around his penis.
But he's like carrying a conversation on with the guy next to him.
Yeah, he's not like, and then the guy next to him is filming something else.
What country
Not-
do you think this is?
Oh my
This is
gosh.
the Folsom Street Fair. So is this?
I guess maybe it's America, Folsom Street Fair. I'm going to click on that.
Yeah, I see.
That's San Francisco, of course, right, guys? I don't know.
You know what's the creepiest thing is that guy in the background with the leather boots. Something off-putting about that.
The one filming? Oh, no. Yeah,
On
the
the
guy with
right.
the hat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the backpack.
I don't like that. I don't
What's in
trust
that
that guy.
What do you think's in that backpack?
He's got some kind of pass on his pants. Some kind of like backstage pass or something.
Yeah, he seems legit.
So this is S&M may involve painful acts such as cock and ball torture. Image shows a dominant woman holding a bound man's penis, applying electricity to his testicles at the Folsom Street Fair. Oh wow, yeah, she's got a little taser and she's tasing his balls.
Oh no.
That stuff looks like, it just looks like just pain. I'm so interested. Like, do you think when they get a paper cut, they get an erection? Like, where does it stop?
Yeah, good call.
Is my question. You know, because that sounds
Yeah.
like it's not so bad. I kind of wish I had that thing going on. I kind of wish I could turn pain into pleasure.
I know. Do these people go get like root canals and like have like full blown boners and stuff?
Elective surgery becomes erective surgery.
Yeah. No, I should have responded more to that. That was good.
You were looking at a picture.
Yeah, I was looking. I was just thinking about like what you said, and I was also thinking that it seems like we're being very judgy.
I don't think so. I think we're commenting. I don't feel judgy. I think it's great.
I think we're being. I like for me to be like, oh my God, these people.
I don't know. I guess if you feel that way, I don't feel like it's such a big deal.
I mean, it's supposed to be shocking. That's what they like out of it. Literally shocking your balls.
Are there any situations you derive pleasure from pain?
Good question.
Like sometimes when I have a really good poop, it's almost painful, but then afterwards I think about it. I'm like, that was so good. That really, like, it's over now and I can think back fondly on it now.
Yeah, I like that. I like when that happens too.
What's another good pain?
I
guess there's like a little bit of pain involved with flossing. Not really pain, but like,
yeah,
it feels cleansing in a way.
It's a weird thing. Is like when you sleep on your arm and you get off it and you get that like pins and needles feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I like the challenge of it.
Mm-hmm. The challenge of like suffering through it and then like getting to the other side. I know.
Yeah, there's something about that. So that's a little masochistic, sadomasochistic. What's the difference between masochistic and sadomasochistic?
I don't know.
Right?
I think sado is self-implied, and masochist
no.
is towards others.
But that's S&M.
You know what else is S&M?
What?
Symphony and Metallica.
Is that what it was called?
That album, yeah.
Oh, you know who died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. What do you think about that? You love it?
I don't love it. I love Van Halen. I think he's an amazing guitarist. I
Yeah.
think it's a shame that he died. I never saw him live. That would have been nice to see. But there's always Michael Anthony. We can go watch him play live.
Who's that?
The bass player from Van Halen.
Is it the only one alive? No. What's his name?
No, I think they're all around. Alex Van Halen. David
And
Lee.
and then who's the guy who's replaced David Lee Roth?
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar. Van
And-
Hagar.
and
They
then
call it.
Wolfgang Van Halen replaced Michael Anthony. I wonder
Right.
if that's awkward. Michael Anthony he's a real character. That guy. I don't know. Just look at him. He looks like a Muppet.
Mm-hmm. I was I was sad to hear, of course, but I guess I was really surprised to see how many people really liked Van Halen. I
That's
always
kind of
kind
how
of
I felt about Pantera when Dimebag Darrell died. I didn't realize how many people were into him.
right, but that I didn't see that many people. I mean, I saw some people sad about it, but like Van Halen is obviously bigger.
Just
But-
it's a rock and roll band, baby. I mean, they
Yeah.
rule. They rule. It's so cool.
I never liked that. I never like found it cool.
Yeah.
Like at the time that we were kind of growing up, it was already kind of like played out. So
I know it's dated. It's just something I like to look at things within the context in which they came out, and I think it's just great.
yeah, I love, stuff from the 80s, like, New Edition or, the Smiths or, like stuff that's in other genres. But that genre is tough for me. You know what I mean? Like hair bands and stuff.
Yeah, but they're not a hair band. They
They're
had
not?
hair. I wouldn't consider Van Halen a hair band.
Why
They're kinda
not?
like a metal band.
Metal band.
I think more so. I don't know. I guess they're a hard rock band. I don't know how to describe them, but they're not. I wouldn't call them hair.
But like Jump.
Yeah, but that was a weird move. That
Hot
was
for
like
Teacher?
Hot for Teacher's an awesome song.
No, but
It's just there's something.
you could have a good song and it be a hair band.
I just find them to be more mischievous than a hair band. Hair bands were just like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It seemed very superficial or something. With Van Halen, I was like, the guy could fucking play. It wasn't just like this like banal song. The songs are a little bit banal, but they're tongue in cheek.
I think that hair. I think you're making it out to be that hair. I mean, the world probably made it out to be, and you're adopting it. But it's that hair bands are bad, like, or they can't play music well.
No, and that's not necessarily true. I shouldn't be saying that. I mean,
Yeah.
like, he was above and beyond as a guitarist than any of those bands.
So I'm looking up hair bands, and you got like Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, which I actually like. Guns N' Roses makes sense, but they're a little later, and I don't know.
They're hard to consider a hair band too. Is it just because they had long hair and I don't know. Is that the requirement?
Well,
Is
no,
it
it's a
minimal?
genre, right? It's a genre. It was also called glam metal,
Hmm.
like was another name for it. And I honestly think that Van Halen would be in there. I'm
I could
surprised.
see them being more like a glam metal band, sure.
But what else would you call them? Like even an Aerosmith is like a hair band.
They would call themselves a rock and roll band.
Yeah, but that's like, so they're like Zeppelin.
I think they like to think of themselves that way. Yeah, Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, but the part of the whole Van Halen style is like flashy, like the way he played was like flashy, which feels very hair band.
Yeah, no, and it's definitely like '80s excess and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't
Like-
I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. I can't do genres. I'm not good with defining between genres. I barely know what band my genre's in.
All right, but if you look at the
What
hits,
genre
right?
my band is in.
You got Jump, you got Panama.
Running with the Devil.
Yep, Hot for Teacher, Eruption, which is like a guitar, like that's a big guitar one, right?
Ain't talking about love. You know that song? That's a-
No,
it's a great
it's on the
song.
list.
And it's not like
How does it go?
ain't talking about love, just like I told you before. It's got a great guitar riff.
Oh yeah. You know, when I taught music at Castellanos, maybe that's another thing why I don't like any of this stuff. Is like that's like all these songs were like Guitar Hero songs.
Hmm He is a
And
guitar hero. He's one of the guitar heroes.
Yeah, I just heard a little bit of it. It's cool. Yeah, I don't want to knock
Yeah, don't
Van.
knock the dead. You know.
No, I don't think I am. I'm really just trying to categorize them, but I'm also saying that like they weren't really like an influence,
Right.
you know. On,
I was in a band. I wasn't in a band, no, but in college I was, looking to play more music in Binghamton. I was like looking to just like not have to come home to play music with Paragraph, our band. I wanted to like find some people to jam with. So I was just sort of like, my antenna was up, and my TA for one of the classes mentioned that he was like looking for a guitar player for something. And I was like, "Oh, I could play guitar. What is it?" And like I met with him a few times, and what he was doing was some kind of almost like a Weird Al thing where he was he was Jewish, and he would take all these metal songs and try and make them like
Jewish specifics.
Jewish specific parodies. And I
Yeah.
remember one of the ones we did was Panama, but he
Oh, well,
called
like
it.
can I guess like
Yeah.
baklava?
No, that's not Jewish.
Not? Is it
No.
Greek?
Yeah. But you're on the right track.
Uh
Do you have
huh.
any guess?
It's Egyptian and Middle Eastern cuisine, but hey, they're all friends.
Yeah.
Are they? Okay, let me think. L'chaim. Um, I don't know. Don't tell me yet. I want to look up
I don't
Jewish.
remember any other
words.
songs that we did, but that's the one that stuck out to me because it was the first time I really like dug into Panama. I was like, this song fucking rules. I can't believe we're doing this version of it.
Chutzpah, locks.
No,
Bethlehem.
that's good, but no.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
It kind of sounds like Panama. I don't know if you'll get it. You
Panama.
might not even associate this necessarily with being like a Jewish food.
Oh, really? It's Jewish food?
Yeah.
Um, is it the potato one?
No.
What is it?
Kugel? It's rugula.
Rugula. Oh, yeah. Rugula. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I thought baklava
yeah.
is.
Rugula. That was what we did.
Yeah.
It was just a just a wild thing. But I was just desperate to play guitar.
That's so funny. I can't believe you did that.
I don't even remember his name. I wonder what he's up to now. If he's still doing it.
I hope he is.
I think I might
funny.
have bailed on it after a little while. I don't. We definitely didn't like play out. We had a few practices, and I just. Also, I'm not really a metal guitarist, so I didn't really have the chops to do like.
Sweep arpeggios and stuff.
Right.
Like I just
those.
No, but I would sometimes. I think I told you this. I would sub, and then kids would be able to do that.
And you would be like, "Oh, that's very good. Let's work on your."
I'd be like, "Great, let's try it slower. Let's try it faster. Moving on."
That's funny.
And they'd be like, "Okay." And their teacher really didn't play much, like with them unless they really needed to show them something. It would be more so like go through this. Early on, you play with the kids, but at a certain point, you're kind of telling them what to do. It was fun to, like whenever I'd have a drum student, I would play bass. So, because there wouldn't be two drum sets in the room, and I'd be tired of like making the person get up and show them something. So we'd go through like, the book and like teach patterns. And then I'd be like, all right, let's jam a little bit. And I would play bass. I got so much better on bass.
I'm picturing it where you would like, so you're the teacher, right? Supposedly, and you're playing with this kid. And I picture you getting like really lost in it and just playing.
Yes.
And like your eyes are closed, and the kid's playing drums. Like, when is this over? Like, what are we doing? Like,
for sure.
I just picture you getting like way too into it.
There was one kid that was like really good, but he really played like he was a little bit too busy,
Mm-hmm.
Like he would just like be really.
You gotta beat that out of kids sometimes.
It was tough. It was really he overplayed, and I basically
worst.
I had to kind of tell him like like cool, you're overplaying a little bit, and I think sometimes we would do. That's like one kid that I would definitely want to do covers with and pick songs that like are pretty simple. Like most Weezer songs are pretty like simple, and then there are moments where it shines.
Yeah.
And so I would always try to find songs that are like quieter, but he would always do the thing where he'd be like playing and then like flare.
I know.
He'd be like,
there's this guy at Sand Street that we saw playing, and we don't I don't want to say make fun of it, but we kind of do all the time because it was just so like not a beat would go by without some kind of flashy like triple cymbal hit, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's
much.
tough. I guess it's like tough to explain that to people. You know, it's like a thing I think about sometimes. It's like if there's an intro to the song and it's like just guitar, like a drummer, a drummer is always going to be like,
Yeah, I
you know
know.
what I mean?
I know. They can't help it. You fucking drummers, man.
And then like come in, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like this little extra shit that's like no one's who is listening to the song is ever like, know what part I love?
Yeah, you're absolute. The hardest thing for a drummer to do, I think, is silence.
I
think
know.
rests are very hard. Not just drummers though. I would say a lot of musicians, like, you know, if you're, you know, especially as a bass player, and I'm like, this verse would be cool if it was just bass and drums and vocals, but like, and maybe it's like that on the recording, but like whenever you play it live, it's always like,
I know.
well, it's live, so let's all have fun.
Yeah, you're right though. Like it is often that like it's not just that drummer. It's like the rest of the band is like it's empty, and sometimes like
Yeah.
empty sounds really
I
cool.
know, I agree,
Yeah.
but it's hard when you're inside it. We're actually playing a show this on Friday. When I was playing the first show in 7 months.
Can you guys cover Arugula?
I'll try. I'll bring it up. We have practice tonight. I hope it's been so hard to get practice together. It's just so difficult. You know, in general it is, but everyone's busy. There's a pandemic seeming to go on.
How would you go about practice?
Well, the studio near my place is open, and the way they do it is only one band per day can rent a room for a minimum of 6 hours. But they reduced the rates, so it's not so bad. It's not that much more than we'd normally pay to rent the place, and you're the only ones in there for the whole day. So it's I would say they're being very extremely careful with it.
Is
which
it
fine.
ventilated?
Yeah, it's well ventilated. I don't feel the need to wear a mask, but if the band members want to wear a mask, I'll do it.
Oh, you
But
probably should.
I just tested negative. We did it again. You know, like I've been not wearing masks with friends indoors, and I don't see how this would be any different. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It just takes like one person to not knowingly be sick, and then it's easier for you to get it.
Well, again, I haven't seen anyone since I got tested, so sure.
No. What I'm saying is like it's not just to protect other people. It's
Hey,
protect
Lise.
you. Hey, Lise.
Are you in a podcast?
Yeah,
I thought you were working.
you're live right now on the podcast.
Hey,
She didn't question the sunglasses at all. That's
no,
my
she's-
wife.
I thought you were
folks.
working.
Yeah.
You look like
She
you're
thought-
working right now.
Yeah. There's a band that I've been listening to a little bit. They don't have a lot of stuff online, but I know them a little bit, called Razor Braids.
Okay.
It's these 4 women. It's a great name, right?
Yeah.
Razor
It
Braids.
sounds like a mistake at first, but
And but you might know the singer bassist. Her name's Haley, and she worked at Sweet Green. Sweet Chick. I think we may
Yeah.
have gone and like talked to her. I remember when she was trying to start a band, she was looking for like a female guitar player, and I had recommended Jenny and some other people that I knew, and I guess she found everybody.
that's good.
But you know what's a weird thing is it's a really small world, because she found this drummer who I kind of knew through like I've never met her, but like I knew her through like Phoebe Blue. And there's this is bizarre. This is a bizarre mental thread. But so I started following this band because I remembered that that person who worked at Sweet Chick had a band. The drummer knew Phoebe Blue, and I knew her because I saw this weird video that like Phoebe like through a bunch of Phoebe videos where she had this song called Money Art, and it's a really weird song with like the most catchy chorus, but it's so bizarre. And it's like, I always get this phrase stuck in my head. You play your part. You make their money art. And I swear, like it's insane how often like I just find myself saying that phrase.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like this like punk rock, but like with like kind of like weird, like rap that's like too political. Where it's just like corporations always trying to stop us now, and we've got to stop them before they stomp us out. That. That's the style of the song. But then that like a chorus comes in that's really catchy, and it's like for some reason a 6-minute song. Anyway,
Wow.
But anyway, also she cuts hair down the block for me at Persons of Interest. So it's like a weird mix of like, oh my God, this is so
the-
bizarre.
Who is this again that cuts the
The
hair?
drummer of this band that also was like
Okay.
friends of Phoebe Blue, that also is in
It's-
the band with the person I knew.
Especially
It's-
music is a small world, you know, because you're bound to just if you just play shows, you're just bound to meet a bunch of musicians and just keep you know in the same circle. The way you know so many improv people and comedy people is kind of how I feel about musicians. Like you just
Yeah.
end up meeting them all, you know.
I guess you're right. And it's like, you know, like Connor O'Malley, I've like, you know, been on teams with, and he's like doing these things, and Gary Richardson, and like there's all these people, and then they spread out and you meet people through people.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, you're right. Like that's like the web gets kind of bigger while also staying small. The other thing about having a dog is you get to meet all these people. And I met the owner of the restaurant that's across the street, and because he's got a dog, and we were walking around with our dogs. And then I went there, and he like sent us some food and stuff, and the food's really
Oh.
good. I haven't been to that restaurant in a while, and it's really good, and I forgot about it.
The
fun.
society of the dog people, huh?
It's nice.
You don't get the same with a cat. You don't get spotted on the streets with your cat. It's very
No.
hard for cat people to meet each other.
I know.
It's a much less social animal than dogs.
But there's also this thing of like, there's so many people that you're like, I'm not going to really try to be friends. You know what's a funny thing that's a bummer? So sometimes we go to McCarran Park, and there's off leash hours where you could let your dog off leash.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't like doing it. Lisa likes doing it.
It's
But-
nice.
It's scary because it's not confined. It's not like a dog park where it's like everything's closed off. It's just in the middle of McCarran Park. And like dogs have gotten free and gotten hit by cars. So I'm like, I don't really love this. I leave her leash on so that if it just in case, I could always like step on the leash. And she usually just stays close to the other dogs. But if a squirrel or something comes, she like kind of like loves skateboards. So she like runs towards people on skateboards. So I'm like, what if that happens?
Okay.
She's too cool. Anyway, we go
That's
there,
stressful.
and there's this woman that's like really nice. Her and Lisa like hit it off the first day. They talk every time, but every time we go, her like 100-pound golden retriever tries to fuck Granny in the butt. And it's like, you know,
I mean,
when
Granny
that-
has a pussy. She might be fucking.
I
her.
guess a pussy, but like, I just mean doggy style.
Okay.
I should have said that. Every single time this 100-pound dog like just gets behind Granny and like puts her paws around her and is just, and I'm like, okay, but then it just keeps happening. So we can't even like keep them near each other. And it's just this like awkward thing. I know that she feels bad, the owner too, you know,
Right.
but at a certain point, like how many times can you be like, stop doing that? So it's so weird how it's just like, this is almost a friend, but like,
I mean, it all seems very natural to me.
so you would just let the dog fuck your dog?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to say I don't have a dog in that situation. I don't have a dog in this fight, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's kind of on the owner to get their dog off your dog, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and they do
No.
that, but then the dog kind of keeps doing it. So it's like always like, I don't even want to bring her over here
I
because
don't know.
it's just gonna keep doing it. And I know that she feels bad. It's a weird situation.
Does Granny seem concerned?
No, of course not. Granny's cool,
So,
but
yeah.
I don't want her to, have sex.
No father wants their daughter to have sex. I mean, that's the classic situation.
I
Speaking
think
of-
if I had a human daughter, I think I'd be like, more sex positive.
Speaking
But
of,
she's so young, Granny. She's like,
now they age. She's like 7 times faster than.
right, but she's still. How would you do that math?
How old is
She's
she?
let's say 6 months.
So she's 3.5 years old. That's old enough to fuck.
That's 3 and a, yeah. Wait,
That's
how
enough
did you
human
wait? How
beings.
did you wait? How did you just do that math so quick? What was the
If-
formula?
If 7 years, if 1 human year is 7 dog years,
Uh-huh.
6 months, isn't that 3.5 years?
Okay.
That's it,
Wow. Okay. Bravo.
right?
Okay. Well. All right. Well. Bravo.
But-
that was incredible. You're a genius.
When are they fertile?
Oh, I don't know.
Because my parents got a cat. They took a cat in off the street, and she was already knocked up, and she was only 6 months old.
I don't know.
Speaking of pussies, we have this Telegram going on, which has been much more active than the Marco Polo because I think people were afraid to do videos. In the
Yeah.
Marco Polo, and so there's a lot of texting, but it's good. It's good action. And we were asking like, what's a better word for fingering? Because I feel like it's just not. It's a gross word. Who wants to get fingered?
Right.
Don't you agree?
I agree.
Were you keeping up to date with the
Yeah, of course.
Fourth. Did you have a favorite?
I guess my favorite was.
I can read a few, and then you can decide
Yeah.
if you want to recap.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
All right. Okay.
This is all natural too. This is sex ed.
Yeah. Finger blasted. Yeah. Not
Little
great.
broy.
Um,
I don't mean to judge.
Jammied.
Fun. That seems British.
Diddled.
Mm,
You wrote a scrub of the old cupboard.
yeah, British.
Clearing out the cobwebs.
Nice classic. Could be American.
I didn't listen to your voicemail. You said Pirates of the Perineum.
I did not say that.
Oh,
Someone else said that. The voicemail was just me saying a scrub of the cupboard.
Oh, I see. Okay. Poaching the egg, which is a little bit
Brunchy.
painful. Feeding the horse, which I get because your fingers are kind of like, come here, little one. I guess.
I don't know. Because if you
I don't
you
like
you,
it.
you kind of want to get your hand out of there
Right.
if you're
you don't
feeding a
wanna-
horse.
yeah,
And
you
you
don't
put
have
your
to bite
palm
it.
out. Yeah, that's out. Sorry. Who said that one?
Read. Alex.
Sorry. Alex. Sorry.
Flushing the drains.
That's more of a poop, I think.
Yeah. What does that
Eh,
mean? Why would she say that? Does she mean just like getting stuff out of a drain?
Out
with
of
your
the
finger?
drain. Yeah. But I wouldn't call that a flush. I'd call that. Okay. This is getting graphic.
Bowling ball grip, which depends on your technique, I guess.
Oh, visual.
Cracked open and cleaned out.
Nope.
That was a crazy one. Lauren wrote that one. I was like,
I
shocked
believe it.
to hear that.
I believe it.
Vajigging,
Oh, no.
picking a lock,
Fun.
digging for treasure,
Okay,
Poking-
cute.
poking the cat.
All right. That's fun. I mean, the little, you know,
This
on
one,
on the nose.
this one's more subtle, I think.
Mhm.
Feeding the pussy. Making munchkins, which I think is cute.
That is cute.
Kneading the dough, getting the bubble gum off the wall.
That's funny.
Flarping, which do you remember that noise putty stuff?
Yes, yes, yes.
Flarping. It was called flarp.
I'm down with that.
Finger twister, which I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid the word finger.
Right.
Up clit's peak with a paddle.
Mm.
Female. Mikey Gags suggests female hand job.
Yeah, that's progressive.
I think is actually probably the clinical. I think digital stimulation is probably the most clinical way to put it, right?
Because it's your digits.
Yeah.
Digital stimulation. Wow, that is great.
But it's not sexy.
Who says it has to be?
I don't know. I mean,
I thought the original thing was like, is there a British term for
that was the original because I just find the British people to have cuter ways of referring to things.
Mhm.
And then they make it all up by throwing the word cunt around like all the time.
Yeah. I think this was fun, and I think more people should join the Telegram because it's now like it's a fun. There's video, there's chat, there's audio, there's
Two in the
photos.
goo.
We drop memes. Sometimes I'll just dropping memes lately.
Mm-hmm.
Been into
My-
memes big time. Memes.
Did you see that my phone was recommending that I delete my memes?
Yeah, your dirty memes.
It said I had 30 memes on my phone. Would you like to?
Oh, I
delete them?
thought you had said dirty.
No.
I thought your phone was like you have dirty memes.
You have 30 memes on your phone. Would you like to clear up some space? It was the craziest notification I ever had. Does Mac OS ever refer to memes?
No, but my Photos app does. Google Photos.
Are you yawning on my podcast?
No,
On
it'll
the
say
one that I'm editing.
no. It'll say clear the clutter,
Okay.
but not iPhone. Google Photos. Wait, there was something else we were saying.
When we're talking about Telegram, fingering people, memes. You've
We're
been
talking
posting
about
memes.
We were talking about right before.
You said you
that.
post a lot of memes in the Telegram.
No. Before Telegram.
Digital manipulation, sexy words for I don't know.
No, that
Really-
was Telegram.
I wish we had a producer.
I thought you take notes.
I didn't write this down. I have two notes. I have play song and 9 minutes and 7 seconds, which isn't even the right timestamp because I started recording this stopwatch too late.
Perfect. Well, why don't we talk about our sponsor?
Who's the sponsor? We got a new one, I think.
We do. His name
Yeah.
is Jody Sellers, and
Uh-huh.
he's at the Sellers Law Firm.
Really? Where is
Uh-huh.
that?
It's in Griffin, Georgia, my friend, and he's a brand new sponsor, Jody Sellers, and he is believe it or not, folks, a lawyer from Griffin, Georgia, and he will defend you in all different kinds of cases, especially ones having to do with family law.
Let me
And
ask you
his
something.
catchphrase is "where clients become family."
Let me ask you something. He's a
Yeah.
lawyer. I feel like lawyers have a lot of like legal terms
Uh-huh.
for things.
Yeah, he's also a trial attorney.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
like habeas corpus and
Yeah.
voir dire and all that stuff.
Yep.
You know? I wonder there must be some kind of legal term for fingering.
Mm.
So if any of our listeners would like to reach out to him, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer your questions. His phone number is 770-415-9848. If you,
Yeah.
I think, right? He's a new sponsor, but
Yeah, I
am
bet you he
correct?
wouldn't. Jody seems like a guy that wouldn't mind a prank call.
I'm not saying this is a prank call. I think that honestly, call him up and see if there's a legal. Maybe he can help you out. If you guys want to email him or call his office and ask if there's a legal term for fingering, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help.
Actually, I'm looking at this website and it says, and you could maybe ask him about this. He graduated as a cum laude.
Okay, so he definitely is a specialty in this.
Yeah, he graduated as a cum laude honor. Graduated from the University of Georgia.
He had a cum laude honor.
He had a cum laude on. He was honored for the cum laude honor, and I think that's incredible. I have another trivia question for you, Joe.
Okay.
Where was Mr. Sellers born?
Okay. Where was he born? Is this a trick question?
No, I mean I don't know. I guess every question's a trick question
was
if
he
you think
born
about it.
in Georgia?
Correct.
Was he born in Commerce, Georgia?
Oh, good guess. No,
Griffin, Georgia?
no.
Good. You don't want to work where you grew up.
He was born in Tifton, Georgia.
Tifton, huh?
Yep, but he spent his childhood in LaGrange, Georgia.
LaGrange. Yeah, LaGrange is
LaGrange,
was a
Georgia.
scientist, I think. He had something to do with wormholes or some shit.
Oh, and in LaGrange, Georgia, he was magna, say it with me, cum laude,
Loud.
graduate from Troup County Comprehensive High School in 2004. So he cum laude in high school and in grad school.
So he cum laude in college. I think that's where you learn about fingering the most. So
Yeah.
I bet he has.
I tell you what, this bio here, he's got cum laude all over the place.
Really?
He has 3 different times that he could cum laude. He also has to think about a caseload, which I
didn't
don't know
even
if
come
that
close.
is.
He's a caseload.
Yeah,
A full caseload.
Yeah, I think this whole S&M talk and then like the whole fingering thing. I think I have a dirty mind right now. I have dirty memes in my head.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Wow,
Sink down to my level.
man, that's so fun. I do not skeeve this. I
No?
do not. My testimonial is Jody Sellers. I do not skeeve him.
People always talk about what skeeves them, but they never talk about what doesn't skeeve them.
Right.
And I think there should be more. If you want to get the word skeeve into the lexicon, it needs to be applied both affirmatively
Yeah,
and
like
negatively.
I'm skeeved out by hot dogs, but I do not skeeve hamburgers.
Hey, do you want some a burrito right now? No, I don't skeeve that.
That's good. Yeah, I don't skeeve that.
I don't
That's
skeeve it.
great.
What?
What?
Are you coming to my birthday party?
Maybe
Okay,
I am.
I'm excited.
I bought you a house.
Really?
Summer house. It's a summer house, 4 bedrooms. It's not as sun-soaked as my place, but there's certain rooms
Is
that are
there a
sun-soaked.
washer and dryer?
Yes, of course.
That's all I wanted.
There's a washer dryer, and there's one that makes your clothes dirty as well.
I want to say you're a good friend. I do feel that way. Despite how you might feel towards me, I do love you, man.
Hell yeah, I'm a great friend. I'm
Wanna clear
incredible.
the air. Okay, good.
I want
Glad
to.
you
I
recognize
also
that.
want to tell you I'm a
That
great
you're
friend.
a great friend. I get it. I get it.
Oh man, I am good.
Yeah.
This is my first podcast with the glasses on the whole time.
Are you gonna bring it back?
Maybe it's my new character. Do you think I should start doing the podcast in character?
You should only do my episodes in character.
Okay,
I think we should both do characters for each other's edits just to drive the other one crazy.
I like that. Maybe that's season 4. How many episodes have we done now?
I think this is like 35 or something. I don't know. We're in the 30s. I think halfway there.
Whoa, living on a prayer, Van Halen.
Raston Pace. Raston Pace.
Raston
what that was.
Pace. You jumped into a character.
Because I wanted to say Van Halen with you, but I said Raston Peace instead. I don't know.
Raston Pace. I wonder if our southern listeners, which we probably have a bunch now because of Jody, I wonder if they despise my southern drawl character
They
I
might
do
really,
sometimes.
they might hate your New York accent more.
Frig them then.
It's a thick accent.
I don't skeeve me.
Have you been going outside? Do you miss New York City, or do you feel like you're still experiencing it?
I go outside a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
I have a dog.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I'm outside all day, every day, 24/7. My issue with like ever leaving the city for a million reasons is like restaurants, number one.
Mhm.
And like there's my favorite restaurants are closed and there's still so many amazing restaurants.
I know.
You know what I
it's
mean?
true.
Like
There's
my
even
top
new ones that are opening up here, and I'm like, this is pretty good.
yeah, my top restaurants, like probably my top 3, 2 of them have closed.
Yeah, but you're gonna have a new top 3 soon.
I know because I've been patronizing restaurants. So that's number one. Number 2 is walking around Brooklyn. There's so much to do and see, and like there's everything's like a little movie.
No, yeah, I went for a walk on our lunch break before. I was just like, wanted to get out of the house. It was nice.
Yeah, it's so nice to like just like see a lot of people too. Like if if we move to some sort of like country house, you don't see that many people.
You know what the issue for me? The biggest issue is gonna be the water. I think. I feel like water is something we take for granted here, and whenever I get out of town, I'm like, this water sucks.
Yeah, New York
Even
City.
even when you shower, like it's harsher on your hair and skin.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
New York City's got soft water.
Yeah,
You ever hear people talk about hard water?
all the time. My espresso's got a
Water.
whole part in the manual about like what do you do if you have hard water?
What do you do?
You gotta buy like a descaling thing, and you have to like put, I don't know, it's all this shit. You like
That's
do
bull.
different settings on the espresso machine depending on how hard your water is.
That's bullshit.
It's a bunch of horse apples. You ask me.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I could if I think eventually I could see myself leaving. I wish I lived closer to like friends and people. Like, like even you, I wish we were closer,
I know, even me.
even you. But like you meaning you live in Brooklyn and we're still not like neighbors.
It's true. I'll ride my
It
bike
seems
up
like
to you sometime.
it seems like motherfuckers are staying in Staten Island too, of our friends.
I mean, I get it. I could see myself going back there.
Bunch of friggin' townies.
I love being a townie, man. I love the characters that we know down there.
I know. Where would you live? If you were gonna buy a house right now, gun to head.
I guess Westerly or one of the Brightons.
Sorry, I pulled the trigger. You're dead.
I'm dead.
Yep.
Okay.
You
I
answered
said I
too
guess.
slow.
Okay. Not Annandale. My
That's where
parents
you-
were selling the house, and they're like, "But if you can have the house, we don't have to sell it right now. You can have it and move there with Allie." And I was like, "No, isn't that weird? I feel terrible. That's a real like, I don't know, specific kind of problem to have. It's like
I know. It's
I
like
don't want to live there.
it's not first. It's like third generation problems.
Definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are people who'd be coming here. First generation would be like, "Oh my god, a house? Yes, you're gonna give me a deal." But you're like, "Fuck you," because you look down upon our untouchable listeners.
Quality of life, I know. But then again, we could be living there right now and still working from home. It would have been fun.
Right? Isn't that crazy? The
Yeah.
other thing is like, I don't want a big house.
Is Lisa gonna? Does she want a big house?
No, no.
Oh.
I'm whispering because
Because of our listeners.
most people want a big house.
Are you yawning again?
Sometimes I try to hide a yawn behind my. I'm tired. I've been getting up early. I've been watching The Boys.
Love it.
Did you see the episode recently
I've seen them all.
where the female superhero that's on the boys team?
Stormfront. Oh no, on the boys team, the Asian
Yeah,
Japanese woman. Yeah.
yeah. Did you see the thing that she does? Are you caught up
What did she do?
with the Russians or the Albanians?
Oh, that's not the most recent episode, but yeah.
But that's what I mean. You saw it?
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy.
That was
What
that
she
was
did-
crazier than that
what she
Punisher
did
show.
to their bodies. Yeah, I know. I didn't know a body could do that.
I mean, it probably can't, but the fact that they showed that was crazy.
quite a
Oh
graphic
my
show.
god.
Quite a graphic show.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you want to just like look that up, maybe it's on YouTube. Holy macaroni.
This is definitely it's like the post Marvel series right now, which is why I love it. They take all the tropes and like all the ideas from like a superhero team and really vamp it up a bit, so that because you're running out of like what can a superhero team do next, and like they're taking it in this other direction, which I like.
I
But it's
can't
still-
tell. Yeah, I can't tell if I like this season more or less. I
not-
liked. I didn't love season 1, but I liked it. And season 2, I feel the same way, but in a different way. Like they fixed the things I don't love, but there are still, or that there are maybe things that I don't know. I do
Every
like
single
this
TV
device
show-
of the movie that they're doing.
I know. Every
That's
single
fun.
TV show like it suffers from like maybe sometimes there's too many characters and you just need to like get them to be doing something. But I feel like all the time characters just make dumb decisions. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. That's a like I know. Say what you will about Breaking Bad, but I always felt like Walter White really felt like the smartest man in the room at every time. I know you hate
Talk
the
about
show.
bad decisions. That whole second season's all like, just fucking tell her. And like all these things of like, oh my God, just, you know what I mean? This could have been avoided. I felt
Right.
like I was yelling that at the TV a lot.
Right.
But Pen 15 is fantastic. That's the show
I
to
should
beat.
finish that.
Holy shit. Episode 6 and 7, not to, I don't want to blow it up, but like some of my favorite TV of all time. And maybe it relates to me a little bit more as a
As a
eighth
girl.
grade woman. But
Eighth grade woman, you're obsessed with calling girls
eighth
women. What is
grade
wrong with you?
woman.
Stop doing that.
Eighth
Sometimes a girl is just a
grade
girl.
woman. Yeah, I don't know. I like to err on the side of saying woman,
Okay.
but I spelled it with a Y.
Okay.
I'm cool.
That's fine.
Well, the other difference is it's women playing girls.
Sure. Okay.
So eat my butt.
All right. Do you have any nieces? Any like very young nieces? Are they women?
No. Once the
When
youngest
do, you,
is
when do you stop calling someone a girl? After they're 3 years old?
me personally.
Yeah.
No, that
What
baby
is it?
comes out. The baby comes out a woman,
Okay.
a brave woman.
Okay.
Um,
How do you spell brave with a Y?
to us. Oh, that was one of my greatest things in the world. Yeah, a rapper that's named YY.
Like 2 Y chromosomes?
Do you get it? Because I'm too wise.
Oh my god. We have to end here. We have to end.
It's so good though.
We have to stop.
YY, and then it's just like, and everyone calls him too wise.
Um
You don't get me. You
I
don't get my
just
art.
I
You
think
don't
that
get
if
my art.
I think if I said that, you would torment me about it.
I'd probably shoot my own face, but
Yeah.
I said it because I see myself in you.
All right, I'm gonna go edit this podcast for our listeners, for a piece of shit listeners.
I love it. I love this season.
Why don't you count down to the song that we close out on now?
Count down to it.
Yeah.
Wait, are we still using the original song?
Yeah.
I like how sometimes how it's just like comes in with guitars. So let's do a moment of silence for Eddie Van Halen, and then you'll cut it off at a funny time.
What do you mean? Okay. I did it.
You did?
I will have done it. Yes.
No, do it now.
Tell Lisa to be quiet.
I can't.
She's not
She
being quiet
doesn't. She
anymore.
doesn't. She hates Eddie Van Halen. You hear
I do.
her stupid Comedy Central calls. I shouldn't say that, but you know, I mean, like it's just like it's always like the audience, and we got to make sure that we're thinking about the social aspects of it, not only for linear. It's always these terms,
It's so funny.
but I respect women.
It's just not corporate women.
You cut out already, right?
I definitely am. Yeah.